Hola, kiddos. It's Miss Barnes here. I'm here today to teach you something I've taught in RTI class, which is when do you write an S or an ES at the end of a word, okay? S and ES can show more than one, which makes it a plural. It also can show when a verb or an action is happening currently or right now, okay? I want you to watch a video that's going to help introduce this concept.
Ahoy, matey! Ready for another phonics lesson? Today you'll learn about adding S and ES to the ends of words before this volcano blows. Ah! There she blows! There she blows! Ah!
Sometimes we add an S or ES to make a plural, meaning there is more than one. For example, one pet, two pets. Other times we add an S or ES to a verb to show an action happening now. She runs. If it was in the past, it would be she ran. In the future, she will run. But right now, she runs. She sits. She plays. She dresses. Let's look at some more examples.
All right, guys, that was just a quick little video to talk about why we want to add an S or an ES to show something happens right now or to show more than one. So the main one you're going to see is S. You'll use that most of the time. Okay, so for instance, we have can, cans, more than one. Car, cars, more than one. Paper, papers, and so on. The tricky part is whenever you need to know, when do I put ES? And it's not really all that tricky, I'm just tricking you. Anytime you hear a hissing sound at the end of a word and you want to make it plural or happen right now, you're going to add ES. These are all the hissing sounds you have to listen for. Ch, ch, sh, ks, s, s, z, z. If those come at the very end of a root word and you want to add a suffix and you want to make it plural or a verb that happens right now, you have to add the suffix es. So box, it has a hissing sound. It needs es. Boxes. And you notice when you add an es, it makes it into two syllables. All right, fox has an X. That's a hissing sound. Let's add ES. Foxes, more than one fox. Here we have TCH, a hissing sound. This is witch, as in the witch had a mole on the end of her nose. But if we want to talk about more than one witch, we need to add ES because ch is a hissing sound. The witches made their alphabet stew. Let's move down to some verbs, okay? Down here we have the word kiss. Kiss ends in a hissing sound like a snake would make. So if we want to make kisses, we add es. My mom kisses my dad goodbye. Kisses could also be a noun, as in, I want lots of kisses from my baby. And then we have the word cash. Cash here is a noun, but I'm not going to use it as a noun here. It's going to be a verb because sh is a hissing sound. I want to add suffix es and make it cashes. My mom cashes her check before she goes to the grocery store. If I wanted to talk about cash, cash is already plural by itself as a noun, okay? So I don't need to make it a noun as in plural noun by adding es, okay? There's another video I'd like you to watch. It talks about the suffixes and s and es.
These little chickies and little doggies are
We
smart.
would get a little ad,
like
wouldn't we?
And you take karate? Show them how intense
Goodbye,
you are.
ad.
Welcome to my laboratory. I want to show you my new machine, the pluralator. It makes more than one. Every word has a body.
A root word.
A body can have a tail.
Suffix.
This tail is special. It is called a plural. The S tells us there is more than one duck. That means I can use my pluralator. See? Now there are lots of ducks.
Uh-oh, there's a hissing sound.
Sometimes the tail that is a plural is ES. ES makes the sound is. Boxes. So how do you know when to use S or ES?
If there's a hissing sound, use ES.
Use ES after one of these hissing sounds. Glasses, dishes, bunches.
All right, we're going to stop the video there. They only give you a few hissing sounds, but there's actually a lot more. So let's look at those. TCH, CH, SH, X, SS, S, Z, and ZZ. Very important to know there's lots more than just a few in the video. So here we have all the ones that will need ES because they all have hissing sounds at the end. So we go from bus to buses, hatch, hatches, bunch, bunches, fox, foxes, miss, misses. So misses is going to be a verb that we have. Miss Barnes misses her mom. And then we have buzz, which is a verb. And z is a hissing sound. So we need to add suffix es. The bee buzzes around my ear. And then we have the most common suffix s that we would need to add to all these words. Dog, dogs. Jump, jumps. So she counted 10 jumps on the jump rope. Or she's jumping right now. She jumps. She talks. Or my mom and I have lots of talks over dinner. Here we have can, cans, more than one can. So the suffix is really important. It tells you if something's happening now or if something is more than one. The suffix changes the meaning of the root word. So now I hope you understand that most of the time you will add an S unless there is a hissing sound, okay? All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed your video on when do I use S or ES.